I don't like it when it gets rocky.
降り大丈夫かマジで。
This road is absolutely beautiful, right next to the sea. This is probably the wildest onsen I've tried in Japan. This place was pitch dark, there was no light at night, so I was freaking out. We interrupted your breakfast, didn't we?
Something got into my helmet at this VIP or something.
Honestly, what is this place? Is this road even real? That was freaking scary. My hands are shaking even.
これが無料なんてとんでもないですよ。家に絶対お風呂いらないです。
Good morning, people. It's 8:30 in the morning. It's our third day at this campsite, but it's the first day we finally get to enjoy this wonderful view from here. Check this out. This place is known to be covered by a thick layer of fog, and it has been like that for the past 2 days. We had heavy rain last night and wasn't expecting to have this beautiful of a day today, so we decided to go out for a ride. The sky is beautiful today. There is a place right at the corner right here that I want to show you. There is a lighthouse and you get beautiful views of the sea, and yesterday we were so lucky that we got to see some sea otters swimming. There were babies. It was absolutely beautiful. Okay. It's honestly the first day that we get to see the view of the whole cape. That you see over there, it's the tip of the cape, and that's where we saw the sea otters swimming yesterday.
This place is quite famous for kombu. It's algae? How is it?
An algae, yeah.
An algae. So yeah, maybe I don't know if they are kombu or not, but
It looks like it.
it looks like.
But the sea otters are not here yet. Hopefully later during the day we'll get to see them. You see the fog is coming all the way here. It's gonna cover that tip of the cape. It has already covered that tip. So I guess we were so lucky this morning that we got to see this beautiful place uncovered completely. Look at that, guys. You only see fog over there. Just a couple minutes ago it was completely uncovered. However, on this side there's no fog at all. Hey buddies, today we're gonna be riding along the North Pacific Ocean coast. We're gonna be visiting Japan easternmost point, you guys. We've already been to Japan northernmost points, and now it's time to check another point of our list. I think it's about 100 kilometers to that point, about an hour and a half from here, not that far. So we're leaving Kiritapu Cape here and we're gonna drive all the way to Nosapu Cape. Our tent, we left it at the campsite. We're just gonna go around the peninsula and camp back tonight to the same campsite. Wow, look at all that wakame or kombu, the algae. Wow, this road is absolutely beautiful, right next to the sea. I think that was Clubman. That's my bike. Look at all that algae being dry there. Amazing. It is a very hard job. I've seen people organizing one by one for them to dry, and at night they have to pick them all up because it's super foggy and it becomes very, very humid. And then the next morning, if it's sunny like today, once again they take them out and they organize one by one, but one by one. It's a very, very hard job, and I'm surprised that they're still doing that manually. Like when you go to the supermarkets and you see these products, you don't know the story behind them. Coming here and learning that they do it manually is still something very, very surprising for me. Look at all that fog coming down here. We're going to this cape, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to see anything at all, you know? I guess we'll see once we get there. Hi there. It is so windy right next to the ocean. There's a viewpoint there, but honestly you cannot see anything, so we're just gonna keep on going. Look, this is the algae I was telling you about. So you can see these are pretty long, maybe about 5 or 6 meters long, and you can see one strip, but one by one. I don't know how long it takes to dry. I would love to ask someone. It's a pretty hard job to organize all of these and then pack them all up at night. Look at this torii gate. It is made of like very natural trees. Yeah, pretty rustic. And that's the temple. Temples here in Hokkaido are different, aren't they? Ah, look, there's people working the kombu here. Look, there's people organizing the algae. Wow, these are pretty long. We came down this small side road, and it's a dead end, but all of these families here work with the kombu. They're saying hi. It's very, very interesting. It's a very small community, and they have these huge parking spots, and it's the parking place for the kombu, I guess, for the algae. Well, I don't know where the blue sky went, but all I can see is fog around me. Everything completely covered. We cannot even see the sea anymore. Oh, I can see a few horses there. I don't think these are completely wild horses, are they? Oh, look at those beautiful horses. Oh, look at the baby one. They're very muscled, these horses. There are a lot of dairy farms on this side of the island. They're literally everywhere. Did you see it? It's looking at us, the deer.
The deer! The voice of the deer!
We stopped here and there was this deer making a noise. I've never heard a deer make a noise before. It's the first time. Wow. Kaito's checking something there. Wonder what it is. Oh yeah, we've seen these little signs all over Hokkaido. And it's whenever they see a bear in the area, they just put this one. So a bear was last seen here on the 13th of June at 6:15 p.m. horses are so curious about us. They're all looking at us. It was great bringing Apollo along. Oh, they're coming. Hey, buddies. Hi there. We need to find a gas station sooner rather than later. Kaito is running out of gas. The closest city is about 20 kilometers away from here. I hope it'll be okay. Yeah, we're getting closer to Nemuro city. We should be able to find something there.
僕らは山口に住んでます。バイクでずっと回ってるんですよ。で、初めて北海道来て、すごいな。で、北海道の昆布ってすごい高級ですもんね。
何日ぐらいここに置いてますか？
何日って
もうちょっと置いて、その後すぐ乾燥機に入れちゃうんですよ。ああ、どこ？
朝5時から採取して8時に海から上がってこうやって1本ずつ並べて干して、
昆布を乾燥させてるところを見させてください。
すごい日本語。
いや、そうなんです。昨日覚えたんです。昨日覚えたんですよ、日本語。
昨日覚えてそんなに流暢な喋り方はできない。
僕半分日本人なんです。セブンイレブンにおろしてるおでんです。
We got some tea from the family working with the algae here. Very, very kind.
ありがとうございます。モデルのお二人、ありがとうございました。ありがとうございます。いい出会いでした。あのお兄さんに聞いたら、あのお兄さんラッコの研究にちょっと携わってるらしくて、霧タップ岬でラッコが見れるっていう話をしたら、あんなの遠いよと、あんなの見たうちに入らないともっと近くでここら辺なら見れるよっていうことで、ここの下に降りた港に1匹ラッコがかなり近づいてくる場所があるらしいんですよ。ただそれがね、夕方らしいんですよ。今見れないかもしれない。あ、みんな昆布だね。今の時期、今の家族たちが取ってるあの昆布はセブンイレブンのおでんで出してる昆布らしいですよ。いや、なんかこうやって自分が食べてるものがね、ここで出されてると思うと面白いですね。そうやってなんかこう結びつくとね。で、9月か10月ぐらいになるとまた違う昆布を取るらしいです。だからだし用の昆布、食用の昆布、食用とかそのまま食べるための昆布で違うらしいです。まあけどね、ちょっと早いんじゃない？ああ、さすがにいないな。まあしょうがない、いません。残念。すげえ階段がある。この階段登るだけでスーパーハードトレーニングになりますよこれやば。これはまたすごい霧になってきました。霧がかかって前があまり見えません。もうこの時期はずっとこの霧らしいですね。さっきの人が言ってました。さあ今からこの霧の中を走り続けて、今度はちょっと待って、これオフロードじゃない？おっとオフロード来ました。おりちゃん大丈夫か？オフロードです。急に現れたオフロード、いいね。コロンビアを思い出しますさあこの霧とオフロードの中、今から向かうのは今度は最東端です。日本の最東端の橋、ノサップ岬でございます。オリ大丈夫か？マジで大丈夫らしい。オッケー。おう、 よし、右行きましょう。すごい霧ね、これ。すごい、どんだけ昆布取れるの、ここ。大量の昆布漁をされてますね。ちょっと待って、マジで何も見えねえ。ここのメーターを買い忘れたせいで、前回ガソリン入れてからどのぐらい走ってるか分かりません。ただ多分そろそろやばいんですよ。でここら辺でガソリンを入れたいんだけど、ガソスタがないわけがない。やばいぜー、やばいぞ、ガソスタがねえ。ちょっと地図で探してみます。ガソリンステーションはどこ？あるじゃん、あるじゃん。エネオスあるじゃん。エネオス166円。お、ちょっと安いかも。何リットル入ったか。5.93 ギリギリじゃん。危なかったぜ。OK、 これで安心して出発できます。本当に俺のバイクはガソリン全然入らないですからね。うわー、霧がまた激しいね。この霧、東の先端行ったところでマジで何も見えないかもしれない。おお、鹿注意。Yeah, it says here, be careful with deer. ゴーグルつけてると何も見えねえ。もう霧でびしょ濡れになってるゴーグルが、前が見えません。対向車も見えないからね。対向車が見えないのにどうやって鹿が急に出てくるのが見えるんだっていう。マジで気をつけないと危ないです。見て、もう家もほぼ見えないでしょ皆さん。何も見えねえ。何も見えないから、いいところなのか面白いところなのかどんなところなのか全く分かりませんが、あ、港じゃん。やべえよ、ゴーストシップがいっぱいあるぜここ。ゴーストシップですよ。もうこれ先が見えないから、そのまま海に落ちないように気をつけないと。あ、日本一周頑張ってください。オリが前声かけた人だ。すごいな、歩いてここまでもう来てるんですね。早いなあの人。どこを走ってるのか分かりません。全く分かりません。ただ一つ言えることは、右は海だってことです。俺が誰かんちを誰かんちに行ってます。道ある？ OK。 道がなかったって。ライダーハウス、これなんかいろいろあるね。ここ店が右行こう、右。着きました。
We made it to Japan easternmost point. The only thing we can see is the lighthouse. Apart from that, we cannot even see the sea. This is not a very lively place. Unfortunately, it's not as popular as the northernmost point of Japan. Right now we're gonna head to a place somewhere nearby. The guy we met at that kombu shop, kombu atelier, I don't know how to call it. He said he knows of a place where it is very common to see sea otters. He mentioned there are 2 of them. So we're gonna head there and see if we're lucky enough to see them. However, he did mention that we have more chances of seeing them in the afternoon, like late in the afternoon. And it's maybe 1 p.m. or so, or maybe even earlier. So we might not be able to see them. I think this used to be a watchtower many years ago, but look at the building nowadays. Completely abandoned, completely tattered. Wow, it is pretty crazy that it is just left like that, you know, the building. They do nothing about it. Is this the place? But if they come all the way here, they will be hit by boats. It's so sunny here. And it's still so foggy just like a kilometer away from here. No sea otters. Maybe it's too early to see them. He did say it was supposed to be later, right? We are taking one of these off-road side roads to go down to the ocean. We'll try our best to find the sea otters. Oh, it gets pretty rocky. I don't like it when it gets rocky. What is this place? Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is not the bike to be doing this. Whoa. We managed to came down here to the shore, but wait. There are no sea otters today. Ever since I came to Hokkaido, I've been wanting to try some good ice cream. You know, there are so many dairy farms here that I've been wanting to try something really, really good. So again, we asked the guy we met at this algae parking space, and he recommended us a place somewhere near the place we're staying at, and he says it's the best ice cream here in Hokkaido. So we're gonna go and try it out today. Just 3 minutes ago, the sun was up. It is super cloudy, super dark here. I'm just crossing my fingers that it won't rain until we reach the campsite, safe and sound. Look at all those dark clouds over there. It rained! No way! I think it's just a dark cloud on top of us. We're just gonna go straight ahead and try to go away from it. Shoot, not what we were expecting. Look the weather back there. Blue skies. Oh gosh. It hurts, the rain on the face. It really hurts. Ow. Ow! 本当に痛い! Wow, これはやばいね. I wish it stop. It's raining too strong. Thankfully, we are ready for all types of weather. We are now using these waterproof rain gear from Road. These will keep us dry until the campsite or until we reach the ice cream place. Okay, we're all geared up for the rain. It is a must to have a raincoat when riding a motorbike, especially in Hokkaido. We've been blessed with nice weather, but honestly, changes like this. So we're very happy to have brought these rain gear with us. It is so compact and so light that really it doesn't bother us to have it with us at all times. It actually stopped raining! No way! It stopped raining! How come? Well, apparently here it's where they sell the best ice cream in Hokkaido. Let's go see. It's good. It's really good. It's really good.
そんなどのアイスも変わりませんよ。あ、うまいね。うまいわ。
Wow! Deer again! Wow, they're running! すごいね、Hokkaido. It's wild and beautiful. Wait. We made it to our campsite. Well, not exactly. We just made it to the hot springs, which is just 5 minutes away from the campsite. We're gonna go soak in the hot springs, relax, and then go back to sleep. What an adventure today.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to believe this. This place, I mean, we're the only two people in this place, and this gym is pretty great. You know, it's free. Look at this. You got a bunch of machines for cardio, and you got some weights here, mats over here. I mean, this is awesome. Keep in mind, this is all free. We're gonna go get change, exercise a little bit, and then probably we're gonna go to the pool. I'm still in shock. I cannot believe they have these places for people, not only for people who live here, but for tourists who come here and want to use this place, and it's all for free. I still cannot believe that, and there's no one. This is the changing room. They have lockers here, lockers over here, and wow, this is the shower. This is the shower. And it's free. I cannot believe it. Like, I cannot believe they have all of these clean, super useful. I mean, all you need, and it's all free. No, this is too much for me. This is too much to take in at once. Kaito's been cleaning lately with those weights.
And next to the gym, there is pool.
I just can't believe I just took a hot shower, I exercise, all of that for free, guys. We decided not to go into the pool today because it's already almost 2:30 and we haven't had lunch. So maybe tomorrow we're coming back. Good morning, people. It's 7 a.m. and we're ready to leave this campsite. This morning we woke up at around 5 a.m. and we could see all the boats who go out to sea down here. You can still see a few of them, and they go to harvest the kombu, the algae that they dry on these lands nearby. It is a beautiful place. We were so lucky to spend the last couple of days here, and we had both fog and we had a little bit of sun, so we enjoyed these beautiful views. It was amazing. Now it's time to hit the road. My bike now is loaded. The towels need to dry a little bit more, and Kaido's having some cereals over there. Well, it's time to leave. What a great place. Okay, ready? Look, this little friend is looking for something to eat this morning. Okay. We saw all sorts of animals while staying at this campsite. We went to see the sea otters at the very end of the cape. Apparently there's a family of 9 over there. It might be getting bigger because there are some babies as well. We also saw some deer here. We saw horses. We saw a fox walking at night on the streets. Amazing. I think the only thing left to see are the bears. We'll see if we're lucky enough to see them. It is quite cold here. I think it's about 14 degrees, you know. Ooh, plus it's cloudy, so it is pretty cold. Oh, these horses are beautiful. Look at that baby horse. Really, really cute. We're gonna stop at a nearby convenience store to have some breakfast, maybe have some hot coffee because it's really cold. Seiko Mart, the convenience store, has been our to-go place for breakfast and lunch maybe for the past 5 days. And here we are, Seiko Mart. I'm gonna miss this convenience store. And having 2 croissants. They're really good here. Bought some cereal and yogurt. Let me tell you about today's plans. Today we plan to ride for about 300 kilometers. Right now we're on the east side of Hokkaido and we're gonna drive all the way to somewhere kind of in the middle of Hokkaido. We're gonna be visiting the largest wetland in Japan. It is an area of about 260 square kilometers. That is pretty large, and that place is home to so many animals. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to see a few of them. Tonight we're gonna be staying at another campsite, and now that I think of, we've been living off our tent for 3 weeks, and it's amazing how comfortable we feel with it because it's like we're not tired yet. Usually when you start camping all the time, you know, it's like the bed is not comfortable enough, it's cold, it's hot, but so far it's been great. And well, the weather has been awesome here in Hokkaido, so it hasn't been that hot. Wow, that truck is transporting all the algae. Tonight we're gonna stay at another campsite, and this campsite, it's located next to another beautiful onsen. It is a natural hot spring, and the name of this hot spring is actually Shika no Yu, which translates into the deer onsen. it might be popular for deer to visit the area, and I'm not sure. We'll see when we get there, I guess. Guys, look at this truck. This truck here is also transporting all the algae. Who knows where is it going? Look at all that algae. Amazing. Every day people go out to sea and bring in amazing quantities, like huge quantities of that algae. Look at that piece of land over there. It is almost completely flat. That's really interesting. Wow. When we first got here, we couldn't see any of this because there was a thick layer of fog. And now it isn't sunny, but at least you can see all of these little island over there.
I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed.
Wow.
But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9 I still wish you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m. Wrote 5 songs all just for you. 3 of them I can't bear listening to. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do.
What an incredible place. It's so peaceful here. Just looking at the sea, the greenery surrounding this area. Amazing. Hey buddy, there's a little fox here. You wanna cross? Come on, go ahead. Go ahead, buddy. Oh, mate. Buddy. Bye, boy. So according to Google Maps, we've got the sea on the left and a lake on the right. I mean, it's just an extension of the sea, isn't it? So many birds waiting to have a piece of the fishes the fishermen bring in. They haven't had their breakfast yet. Wow, look at this fishing town right next to the sea here. There are like many small towns like this one all over Hokkaido, all over the places we've been. You cross a mountain and then you go down to sea level and you find one community, then again into the mountains, again down to the seaside, and you find another community. Yeah, pretty special. Wow, 7-Eleven. Haven't seen one of those in a while. We're not gonna be riding anymore along the coast. Instead, we're gonna take this route into the mountains and to the center of Hokkaido. This landscape here, it's so vast. You don't usually get these views in the rest of Japan because most of the land, it is used for agriculture. So it is very, very rare. It feels weird for me just to look at this land like that where there's absolutely nothing.
北海道に来て もう3週間ぐらい経ちますけれども、人の優しさがこことんでもないです。むちゃくちゃみんな優しいですよ。聞いてください、何が起きたか。なんとですね、ちょっと待って、なんとですね、キリタップのキャンプ場に5日間ぐらい泊まってたんですけれども、そこでカニをもらってしまったんですよ。今外は大雨です。そんな中、超ハッピーなことが起きました。キャンプ場に戻ったら、なんと漁師さんたちがパーティーをやっててですね、余ったカニをいただいてしまいましたしかも量が半端ないですよ。見てください。カニ2杯、そしてエビ、そしてこれがね、コマイっていう魚の干したやつです。もう大量にもらいました。この時期、北海道でしか取れないもの、東京だと1万円分ぐらいするんじゃないですか。これはすごいですよ。ありがとうございます、漁師さんたち。すっごいうまかったです。浜中町の皆さん、ありがとうございました。最近天気がすごい悪くて、全然タオルとかが乾かないんですよ。なので今、俺のバイクの後ろにタオルくっつけてますよ。風の力を利用して干してます。うわー、向こう側に鶴が見えますよ。鶴、多分俺見たことないと思うんだよね。いよいよ湿原地帯に入ってきました。ここら辺が湿原地帯のはず。このままもう少し進んでいくと展望台があって、そこからの眺めがすごい綺麗らしいんですよ。これが右側が湖だね。ちょっとまだ高台にいないのでそんなに景色は見えないですが、さあこの小道入ってみましょう。おお、こんなところにも電車が通ってるんですね。はい、OK ですよ、おりさん。おりさん、ちょっと最近北海道に来てからちょっとおかしくなってきてるんで、楽しすぎて。おっと、オフロードコース来ました。しかも濡れてる。この前バイクきれいにしたばっかりなのに。ゆっくり行きましょう。対向車も来るね。もちろん対向車も来ますわ。これ、こういう道を通るたんびにコロンビアを思い出します。コロンビアの舗装されてない道路に比べたらこんな余裕ですよ。ただ穴が本当にコロンビアと同じぐらいあるな。見てください、キツネの赤ちゃんです。わおわお、わー、すごいな。わお、ごめんね、怖がらしたね。おい、このダートコースがだいぶ続きます。かなり長いこと続きます。あと2分って書いてあるな。もう10分ぐらい多分走ってますね。ただやっぱりこう自然のところはこうやって舗装しない方がいいですね。ただこれオフロードで来たかったな。うわー、すごい。本当に周りには全く建物も何もありません。Bientôt on arrive. Oh, oh, oh. 舗装された道路が目の前に見えます。あ、着きました。ここですね。あ、ここだな。ここからあの階段を登っ って行くんですね、展望台。オッケー、こったの第一展望台行きましょう。
We made it to the wetlands. However, there are a couple of stairs that we need to conquer before taking in the views. Check these out.
Maybe it takes like
more than
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot. I'm not ready for 20 minutes of this.
It's really hard. Oh, look at that. Super beautiful. Wow.
This view reminds me of the wetlands in Colombia. It is just this vast land with river, ponds, and lots of animals. It's just beautiful.
Wow, this wetland was amazing, really amazing. I mean, I was born in Japan here and I'm 36 years old and I haven't even known that there is something like this here in Japan. It's wonderful. Whoa, 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 amigo, it's quite dangerous. Okay, so now we are heading to the Daisetsudan. Daisetsudan, it means in Japanese the huge snow mountain. Even now, maybe even in summer, there must be huge snow there.
Why can't you see? No hope is left of me.
Actually, people go super fast here. Yeah, it's too much. You see? No, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
I am the wreckage in need of glue. Smash my guitar and stay in tune. Tired of the lies that old like me. Tripping all over you, babe. Tripping all over me. Tripping all over you, babe. Tripping all over me.
Now I have a problem. Now that we are riding in the middle of the mountain, I cannot find a gas station. And I need it. Really, I need it. I'm really worried about running out of gas. There must be somewhere here on the street. Yes, there is! Cosmo! Cosmo gas station. Woof. 168 yen. I don't even know if it's cheap or expensive. ここら辺で美味しいイタリアンないですか？
空港の近くにグリーンパーラーってあるんですけど、そこはポークチャップとか、あと
あ、本当ですか？
はい。
なみなみ入れちゃってください。
ああ、わかりましたよ。
ありがとうございます。助かりました。ありました。レストラングリーンパーラー。Okay, it's here. Oh.
We're trying something new today. We're not stopping at Seiko Mart anymore. At least for today. Well, it turns out the restaurant the guy from the gas station recommended us, it wasn't an Italian restaurant, it was more like a steakhouse. Anyway, Kaito ended up eating there. I guess I'm gonna just find something else to eat later. What are those yellow flowers over there? What a beautiful contrast between the yellow and the green. Ah, sunflowers. We still have about 1 more hour of riding before reaching our campsite, and I can't wait to soak in the hot springs because today it's been a little bit too cloudy and a little bit too cold for my taste. Hello there. Wow, they all got so curious with our presence. Let's try. This is so much fun. They all came closer. Well, I guess we are not 100% lucky with the weather, and it just started raining a little bit stronger, so we're gonna wear our rain gear. It started raining so bad that we decided to pass out the rain here at this roadside station. Thank God we found some parking with this roof. We're gonna see if we can find something inside to snack on while we wait on this rain. I've been craving pizza for so long. We found it in this remote area. It's good. Now it's not the rain, but the fog. It is covering all of the mountains at the front. Honestly, at least it's not raining. Can't wait to soak on that hot spring. The river, we're getting closer. The hot spring is supposed to be next to the river. That was quite dangerous. This wild deer crossing the street really all of a sudden. Sorry buddies. This place is honestly very, very secluded. I wasn't expecting it to be this high in the mountains. We have crossed God knows how many deer while climbing up here, so we're trying to go really, really slow, just because really they come out of nowhere, just like this, bam. So if we go fast, it can be quite dangerous. Let's see. And we haven't encountered any other car, any other person, any other rider, nothing, nobody for the past maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. Let's see what this place turns out to be. It looks like we're finally here. Wow, some deer over there again. We're not really sure where the campsite is. This seems to be the hot spring, maybe. The deer just saying hi over there. Hey buddies. Apparently this is not it, guys. This is a separate hotel. Oh, I think we finally found the campsite. It is really hidden in between the bushes. We asked someone at the building up there, but he didn't know anything about a campsite. I was scared that we will be the only ones at the campsite. I think I wouldn't be able to sleep like that. Oh, probably one of the hardest campsites to find, honestly. So this is a paying campsite. I think it costs about, oh yeah, it says 250 yen per person. That's about less than $2. Well, our tent is already set up. Kaito is snacking on some dry fish. You really gotta be careful with those, because they might attract some bears.
Whoa.
Over there at the very end we have the toilets, and on the other side we have the water station. We're now going to try this hot spring next to the river. I was looking forward to this moment this whole time.
Oh yes.
This is probably the wildest onsen I've tried in Japan. This is the kind of hot spring I like. In the middle of nature, not really accessible. That makes everything more special. I hope we really don't encounter any bears here.
It's amazing. Just there on the river, there is a deer. Can you see it? Wow. That's why people call here Shika no Yu, Shika hot spring. But honestly, I'm pretty scared.
Oh, it's over there.
Where?
Over there. Wow, this is super cool. I'm loving this, that we're getting out of here before it gets dark.
Wow, it's this one.
Yeah. It's really hot, but it's so cool in the middle of it. Wow! This is amazing. This is amazing. The only thing is that it's getting dark pretty soon, and I don't want to be out here when that happens.
これはいい、これはやばい。この環境の中での鹿がいます。鹿に見られてます。
Amazing experience, you know. If we were not in such a wild place, I would stay here longer. But we don't want any bears encounter here. It's 9 p.m. and we're already here in our tent. There were so many insects coming after us, like it was impossible. We didn't even have dinner today. Like, we were outside, we turned on the lights and there were so many bugs. Like, I don't mind bugs, you know, like I'm okay with insects, I'm okay with that. But today there were way too many, so we decided just to call it a day. We're gonna go to bed and tomorrow we'll find somewhere else to sleep probably. Good morning people, it's 6:40 a.m. and today we're ready to go on a new adventure. Kaito and I really love this place. We were actually thinking about spending another night at this campsite until the bugs attacked us last night. There were so many of them, you guys. We weren't even able to cook dinner last night. There were really so many of them. So we decided to pack our stuff and just keep on rolling and find a different campsite to stay tonight. Before we leave, I want to show you what we really love about this campsite. It's actually these natural hot springs. Yesterday at about 7 p.m. we came to shower, to soak in these hot springs, and it was getting dark, so we didn't really spend too much time, and I thought it would be nice to show you guys this hot spring during the day. This is the kind of place Kaito and I, we both love. Look at this beautiful 42 degrees Celsius hot spring just beside this super cold river. We're all set up to leave. What a beautiful place. We saw a lot of deer here last night. Amazing. We even heard the deer. It's like a little cry they make. It's quite loud, It's quite high, the pitch of the deer. It's quite interesting. If I hadn't seen one making that sound, I would have thought it was probably a bird or something. Kaito's almost ready. Let me... Okay. It's quite a challenge getting out of this parking space. Okay. Ooh, it's quite hot and humid right now. We might see a lot more deer on our way out of here. Last night at 1 in the morning, I heard an alarm, guys. Imagine being out here in the woods and hearing an alarm at 1 in the morning. Kaito was completely asleep. I was freaking out. I honestly thought it was kind of a sensor that went off, like an alarm went off because a bear was nearby or something. And that's the way people here, like the community, let people at the campsite know that there's a bear nearby. This place was pitch dark. There was no light at night. So I was freaking out. I woke up Kaito and he was like, maybe it's a car alarm. And then he went right back to sleep. Like in 1 second he went back to sleep. It wasn't a car alarm. It was something different and I still don't know what it is. It took me a while to went back to sleep. Oh, okay. Today's plan is a very interesting one. We're gonna be riding for about 250 kilometers and we're gonna reach this city called Furano. This place is known for its lavender field and for other... Wow, a deer just in front of us. As usual, we need to find breakfast. And the thing is, we're pretty far away from any convenience store or any supermarket for that matter. Now that I think back at last night, if something happened to us, there was no reception at that place. We wouldn't have been able to make a call. Even in this pad out here, there's still no reception, so that you can have an idea of the kind of place we're at. Pretty remote. Hey buddy! We interrupted your breakfast, didn't we? He was literally eating one of those huge leaves. Do you hear that? Those are the deer. They are responding to my Apollo cry. After 20 minutes of descending from that mountain, we finally have some reception and we were able to find a convenience store which is 20 minutes away. So it's still pretty far away. We're really hungry, but we have no choice. We gotta go all the way there. Hopefully the weather will get better today. The sky is pretty cloudy. I honestly hope we won't get any rain, but I don't know. We'll see. Look at that. Pretty cloudy. We made it to Seiko Mart. There's no one here today. I hope they have croissant. They're so good, their croissant. We didn't have any drinking water at the campsite we stayed at yesterday. That's pretty weird here in Japan. But we were lucky to find water here next to this roadside station. There has been a slight change of plans. We are not longer going to Furano. Instead, we are going to Asahikawa. It's the name of another city. Right now we are kind of in a valley And around this valley there is a mountain called Daisetsu. It is known to have a lot of snow during winter, and we found out that there are amazing viewpoints whenever you start going around it. We couldn't have asked for a better day to ride. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be this sunny, since when we woke up this morning it was super cloudy and it even rained a little bit, so we were so lucky. New day, new adventure. Let's go. Something got into my helmet. Maybe I pee or something. I just got sting here. I have no idea what that was, but it hurt so bad. I hope whatever that was is not longer in my helmet. Another very, very steep road ahead. At least that's what it looks like. TR seems to be having trouble going up. What an amazing place. I'm loving these back roads. Look at this road. We've been doing a lot of up and downs today.
北海道に来て絶対に見たかったのが、牛乳のパッケージでよく見る絵ですよ。景色を僕は見たかったです。もう1ヶ月3週間ぐらいですね走ってますけれども、まだ見れてないんですよ、その景色が。そしてついに今日それが見れるかもしれません。まっすぐな道です。ひたすらまっすぐです。もう先が見えないぐらいまっすぐです。そして周りは山ですよ。山のどこかに向かいます。今から大量の牛がいますね。ヒグマ出没中すごい書き方だね。セール中みたいな感じの書き方をしてるけど、ちょっと俺が変なところ入ってたおいちゃんおいちゃんそっちじゃないよ次は左です。はいんちゃん、おい檻がまたどっか行っちゃったよ。すごいね、車みたい。動物注意来ました。この看板もう注意しないところをどこか逆に教えてもらいたいわ。 We'll arrive soon, it's just there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at this view, wow, amazing. Wow, can you see there? Over there, the cows, over there, wow, everywhere. Wow, すごい景色。壮大です、この景色は。わあ、美しすぎる。わ
What a beautiful place. I now know where they get this packaging image for the famous Hokkaido milk that they sell in every supermarket around Japan. I'm not sure how much we're gonna be able to see from the viewpoint since it is very foggy right now, but honestly, just riding up here, it's more than enough for me. It is incredibly beautiful here. Whoa! What a change! I can barely see anything ahead. Ew, what is this? What happened? It was so sunny a while back. Yeah, we won't be able to see a thing from the viewpoint, guys. I mean, we're going even higher than now and we can't see anything already, so well, we made it. And guess what? All we can see is fog everywhere. Oh my god, literally nothing at all. Not even a couple meters down there. We can't see anything at all. Oh my god. We couldn't come here without trying the famous ice cream. It's really good. But the other one we tried was also really good.
Which one do you prefer?
It's difficult. Both are really good.
さあこのまま次はキャンプ場に向かっていくので旭川方面に北上します。どんどん北海道の中心の方に向かっていきますよ。その途中にもいくつか面白いポイントがあるのでそこを目指していきます。行ってみましょう。ずーっとまっすぐです。これもオリがずーっと雲を探すために左をちょこちょこ見てるけどねどうしてもクマが見たいらしい。で正直昨日の鹿の湯俺マジで怖かったからね。最初うわ気持ちいいここ快適ってなって10分ぐらいしたらどんどん暗くなってきて遠くにまた他の鹿が見えてうわ怖っこれはまた何か出てくるなって思った瞬間本当に怖くなってオリにもう早く出ようってお願いした。Whoa again what a beautiful place here. Wow.おお見えますか。あれ橋があります。もう使われてない橋ですね。ちょっとここら辺で止まってみましょう。Wow really cool. It's a North Railway Bridge. Wow.さあ180メートル歩けば展望台があります。さらに綺麗な橋が見えるということでちょっと歩いてみましょう。ほら続々と他のライダーたちも来ますよ。 Okay, let's go. Look at this, what it says here.
Everybody has these little bells that they use while walking, so we're gonna just try to find the other people walking because we don't have any bells. Wow! The railway we see over there was built in 1937 and it was used until 1955. This is actually a dam. So right now they're gonna start letting the water fill in this place, and in October we won't be able to see anything at all. This whole thing that you see on the background will be covered by water, and the next time we'll be able to see it will be in January. I'm gonna connect this to charge the mobile battery, and then this other for my phone. I believe the central area of Hokkaido missed the memo that it's already July and it's supposed to be sunny and warm. Instead, it is really cloudy and cold. I can't believe that. Oh, amiguito, wala. It's only 3:30 p.m. but it feels like it's already 5 or 6 here. It's so dark. There's barely any sunlight coming in. What is that road over there? It's super high. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Woo! We're pretty high. Yabai ne kore wa. We can jump on a parachute from here, guys. Whoa! The bridge we just passed by a couple minutes ago is actually part of Japan's national route with the highest altitude. We're at a viewpoint now, but it looks pretty far actually. That is the highest point of the national route, and we were all the way there. Well, we cannot see because of the trees, but we came all the way from there. It's the highest national road in Hokkaido, not in Japan, just in Hokkaido. We are an hour away from our campsite. It's already 4 p.m. and we're not staying at a free campsite today. They asked us to arrive before 5 p.m. So honestly, we cannot stop anymore for any photos or drone shows today. I will feel bad if we had to make someone wait for us. So straight to the campsite from now. This is a huge dam. Wow, gigantic. Woo. It started raining. The weather changes really from 1 minute to the other. A couple minutes back, I would have swear it was not going to rain. And right now, look at this. Oh, quite the rain. Kaito was really running out of gas. We're so lucky we just found this one on the road. What's it called, this gas station? I heard it's the cheapest one in Hokkaido. あと少しです。お願いします。はい、大丈夫です。ありがとうございます。We made it to our campsite and to tonight's hot spring right over here. Seems like a pretty nice place. Pretty cool, this place. Very different from last night's campsite. Okay, let's stop here. Oh, there's not a lot of people. Ooh, we made it! I barely feel my butt, but we made it. We just finished setting up our tent in this soccer field. This is actually a pretty nice campsite. We've got the hot springs just 2 minutes walking over there. There is a golf place over there. The bathrooms are just there and the water station is just over there. It is pretty clean, it is pretty well organized. It is the ideal place to spend the night. We're gonna cover our motorbikes in case it rains, and we're gonna go take a shower. The bikes are now ready and we can go soak in the hot springs. This is a very popular place to come skiing during winter. We might do that someday. This year on the 16th of June, there was a bear at this place at 6 in the morning. What a relaxing hot spring. They sell this ticket here that includes the entrance to the hot spring and then a meal here at the restaurant. So we both chose that option because it's already quite late and we don't want to cook tonight. So we're gonna eat here and then go sleep, I guess. They've got ramen, udon, all sorts of noodles and curry. This is the place here to eat. We both got ramen tonight. How is it?
Maybe this is the #1 ramen. Ooh, it's so yummy.
In the middle of Hokkaido, I don't even know the name of the city, but it's good, you guys. Good morning, people. It's 6:30 in the morning and we're almost ready to leave this beautiful campsite. There's so much to see in Hokkaido. It's been already 3 weeks since we got here, and I mean, we could spend all summer long here. The temperatures are great, nature is amazing. It's the perfect place for riding. But we have awesome plans in Honshu, so we gotta keep on rolling. Today is gonna be an amazing day. We are gonna be leaving in about 5 minutes. Kaito is finishing putting the bags on the motorbikes, and I'm just recording. Anyway, a new day, a new adventure. Let's go. It's 6:55 and we're finally leaving. Our objective is to leave the campsite before 7 in the morning every day because we like stopping a lot. We like enjoying the views. Oh, okay, center stall is off. Yeah, we like stopping a lot, taking time to take photos. Yeah, just be present, I guess, and enjoy as much as possible the amazing views Hokkaido has to offer. So that's why even if we only ride for about 200-250 kilometers each day, we rather leave as early as possible. Look, there's even a basketball court, a tennis court here. The onsen, the hot spring here was amazing. There was a jacuzzi. It was so nice. So today we are trying new recording equipment, and there is a piece missing for this new camera that we're trying. We'll show it to you maybe in a couple of days, and we need to pick that up. So we need to go to this Yamato office, which is about 30 minutes, 40 minutes from here. I don't know, somewhere in the way anyway. But that's one of our objectives today. Our plan today is to ride for about 200 kilometers. We stayed last night at this town called Pippu, and we are going down south into an area called Furano. This area, it is famous for its lavender fields, and many other flowers grow there. It is just a colorful area. I can't wait to see that. Really, it's one of the highlights of visiting Hokkaido. So I'm really excited about that. We're still riding on this area around Mount Daisetsu, and for some reason I was expecting to see like the mount, you know, like this big mountain, Daisetsu-san, but somehow all we see it's like a big valley, or maybe it's because it's been foggy since yesterday and I still don't know which mountain is Daisetsu-san. Wow, look at those rice fields, beautiful. I feel like it's been a while since I last saw the rice fields. We've seen a lot of wheat, we've seen a lot of corn and other type of plants, I guess, but not many rice fields in Hokkaido. Look at that. This area right here looks more like Honshu. Like, of the places we've visited so far is so different from Japan main island. but this part, you know, the rice fields, the houses, because it really looks like the rest of Japan. It's the first time I've had that feeling since we got to Japan, since we got to Hokkaido. Wow, look at how green that is. It's amazing. Coffee time. I hope they have coffee here because not all Seiko Marts have a coffee machine. So we have been disappointed a couple of times.
And they had a coffee. Oh,
Cheers. Last night, right before going to sleep, Kaito heard this weird sound right outside our tent. I immediately thought it was a wild boar, but I had my doubts because I heard there are no wild boars in Hokkaido, but I wasn't sure. So I googled it, and it turns out that yeah, there are no wild boars in Hokkaido. They are everywhere else in Japan, but not here in Hokkaido. So we were there staring at each other, wondering what that weird noise was, and we still don't know what it was. If you have some ideas of the wild animals here in Hokkaido, I don't think it was a bear though. I mean, it might be though, but yeah, just let me know if you guys know of any wild animals that commonly visit these campsites, just so that we can be at peace. I've noticed all houses here in Hokkaido have this huge kerosene tank at the entrance, and this is because of course winter is really long here and it gets super cold, maybe about minus 20 or minus 30 degrees. That's one of the tanks right there. The trucks visit each of the houses and fill up the tank maybe once or twice during the winter. And what's really interesting is that a couple of days ago we were talking with a guy, and people here actually receive some help from the government to buy kerosene during winter. So that's how harsh winter is here. You see, these are all the tanks they have here outside their homes. Whoa, look at the state of that house over there. I'm still really surprised to see like these new houses next to these completely tattered buildings. Isn't it dangerous? I mean, when typhoons come or something, but there are so many of those. What is that tower? Wow. I really need to clean my motorbike today. It's so dirty and there are so many bugs stuck to my tires, to my windshield, my headlight, everywhere, honestly. Poor Clubman, look at that engine. Look at how dirty it is. Whew. Kaito's bike as well. Oh, we made it to the airport. Asahikawa Airport. It seems like we're finally leaving the city behind. Woohoo! I love these kind of places. Look at all those colors from the wheat, the rice. Wow, beautiful. The grass for the cows and the horses, I guess. I'm just looking at this road here and thinking that that was the end of it, where you see those big trees over there. But I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I can see the tip of the road that goes all the way up there. Whoa! This place might get a lot of snow in winter. Oh, beautiful. You see, that's the road I was talking about. It goes all the way to the top. Wow, look at this road. This is probably the coolest road I've seen in Hokkaido. We just reached the first dip. We're going down. There's another one and there's a third one. And who knows how many more. This road is even cooler than the most famous one that it's called like the road to heaven. Wow, look at that. Look at that. It looks crazy steep. やばいねこれは本当に。Up we go! Whoa! Whoa! Look at that beautiful view! Wow! So many different colors! We're just gonna stop here for a while to take in these beautiful views. Just last week, today is 19. On the 4th of July, a bear was seen in this place. They always choose the most aggressively looking photos. It's kind of sad. It's not like they're like this the whole time, you know.
大雪山国立公園は日本一でかい国立公園らしいですよ。
Wow.
これ見えてるやつは全部そうです。冬はもちろん全部真っ白になります。Yeah, this place is really, really amazing. Look at this, even from this side. Wow! No. さあ、僕たちが上で写真撮ってたら続々と人が集まってきたので、次のポイントに行きます。こういった場所がここの旭川にはいっぱいあるみたいなんで、いろいろ回っていきますよ今日は。ここもむちゃくちゃ綺麗です。だから家が多いですね。今まで走ってきた道あんまりこれほどの家を見たことはないんで、今回結構都会に来てますよ。もうおー、すごい綺麗な木ですね。なかなか珍しい雰囲気の場所。これは昔タバコの、今もなのかもしれないけど、タバコのパッケージにこの絵が使われてたみたいですよ。行きましょう。北海道はけどこういうなんか森っていう感じではなくて、草原に木がポツンポツンと生えてる景色がいっぱいあるんで、それがものすごい綺麗。何ここまたなんか変わったゲストハウス、線路のをイメージしてるんですかね。はい、オリさん通ります。アポロとオリさん通ります。わー、見てください、この丘、草原。これがね、山口では絶対に見ない光景ですからね。昨日食ったラーメンがむちゃくちゃうまかったんですよ。グリーンパークピップ、キャンプ場の隣にある温泉施設のラーメンがむちゃくちゃうまくて、多分今まで食ったラーメンの中で横浜の吉村屋の次にうまいと思うわ。もうそんぐらいうまかった。トップ3には間違いなく入ります。ぜひ皆さん行ってください。全部がゴルフ場みたいになってますね。うわー、盛り上がってますね。ここキャンピングカーもいる。こんにちは。山口からです。
The parking lot for the bikes is free, but the cars need to wait a long time, and it's not free. That is another advantage of traveling by motorbike. This is one of the places I've been dying to visit.
Thank you.
It feels really weird because usually we don't visit this very touristic spot, and this one is like super touristic, right? There's so many people around, but the flowers are beautiful. ありがとうございます。OK。楽しんでください。ね。It's so nice meeting other riders here. They all have these super interesting places. They all suggest us to visit this place, that place, and this place again. And I mean, there's so many great places to visit in Hokkaido that we could spend a year riding every day and probably we will never finish. It was a nice place to visit. I probably wouldn't come here twice. I honestly thought this place will be more like a natural place, you know, like, you know, when we ride we see the rice fields, we see the wheat fields, and yeah, I thought it would be like that, you know, like these huge mountains covered with lavender flowers and marigolds. But I wasn't expecting it to be more like kind of like attraction park, I would say. They have all these buggies, they have the tractors. It's a little bit too much for me. These roads in Hokkaido, really, there are a lot of ups and downs, just like a roller coaster. Wow, another of these roads. Look at that, pretty cool. I honestly prefer this kind of view. This feels like this on both sides. Whoa, and another one. These roads are crazy. Wow, these are pretty cool actually. Whenever you think you made it to the last one, there's still another hill. Whoa. Hi there. Whoa! Honestly, what is this place? Is this road even real? Wow, this is the craziest road I've ever seen. This is more extreme than the others. Whoa, やっばいねこれは。マジか。Wow! I can't believe this, honestly. It looks so steep ahead. This is nuts. Wow. Honestly, it's not really steep. Why does it look so steep and once you're here it's not steep at all? I look at the road from my mirror and it looks amazing. Honestly, a super big thumbs up for whoever built this road. Plus the surrounding views are just amazing. We want to visit this magical blue pond, but the thing is, it is a very, very popular spot to visit in Hokkaido. Therefore, there's gonna be a lot of people. I usually don't like visiting crowded places, but this one I honestly couldn't resist. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it'll be worth it. Shirogane Blue Point. Wow, yeah, there's a lot of people. This time, it's not free for motorcycles. We need to pay 100 yen. Wow, it's super crowded. Super crowded. We made it to this magical pond. The water is a little bit murky, but it's still very, very blue. Wow, it is actually very pretty. Really, really nice.
Cream soda, ice cream, everything.
Blue beer even. Look at that.
Everything is blue.
Wow. Your face is blue also.
Oh my god. 青い池衝撃ですね。あんなに青いのは確かにすごい。なんでそうなのかも読んだけど、ごめんなさい、頭悪いのがあんまりよく分かりませんでした。今そういう成分が噴き出してるんですね。そのおかげで、そのせいで青くなると、すごい現象が起きてああいうことになるんですね。ただね、やっぱり人混みっていうのが僕らはダメですね。こういう自然の環境って多分音とかもすごい重要なんですよ。自然はね、自然の環境の中に入ってこう、うわ綺麗だな、うわこの音、この何もない音、鳥のさえずり、そういったのをこう感じながら自然を観察するのはもう僕らは好きなんで、あんまりもう一回行きたいなとは僕は思いませんでしたけど、ただ一度は行く価値はあります。やっぱり自然は誰もいないところで見るのが一番いいですね。その代わりクマとかね、鹿とかね、いろいろ出てきますから。うわー絶景です。やばい。うわー、北海道はやめられないよ。何がやめられないのかよくわかんないけど北海道すごいぜ、マジでこれすごい。森がどんどん遠くに行っちゃう。やっぱクラブマンの馬力はすごいね。 GB250 速いです。余裕でこの坂登りますからね。 TR はね、まあ結構きついですわこれ。道路沿いのこの緑というか花がラベンダーってすごくないですか。北海道は美しいですよ。どこ行っても美しいですよ本当に。
Loaded truck with food for the cows and horses. ここはパノラマロードです。Another huge lavender field. Look at that. That whole mountain is covered in lavender. Oh, over there as well. All that mountain, just lavender. And look at the amount of cars that are there. Security. What is a security guy doing here? That's how many people there are. Even here, there's people to guide the cars and buses that come visit this place. Crazy. どうも。みんなここにいるだね。もうスペースないね。If you guys want to visit a lavender field, I'll try coming to this one and not to the one we went previously. This is way better. It has larger fields and all flowers of different colors. And it's free. We are now going to head to our campsite for tonight. It is 3:30 p.m. I mean, we did amazing time today. We visited so many places and still had enough time to stop for a while in each of them and enjoy them. However, there's one last stop we need to do before going to the campsite, and that is Yamato. We need to stop at a Yamato office to pick up this camera gear thing. We made it to Yamato. Thank you.
For this small piece we came here.
You fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away.
I think this is it. This will be home for the night. Seems quite nice. I like this place. Sometimes this gets too heavy that my head hurts. Wow. Oh, I'm happy to be here. What time is it? 4:15. Great timing. Our tent is already set. This is another free campsite. There are toilets, there is there are 2 water stations actually. There are no showers, however, there are some showers, like they call them coin shower here. So you basically pay like 200, 300 yen, which is about $2, and you get 15 minutes of hot water to shower yourself. So I believe they're not that far away from here. Hopefully at a walking distance. We'll see. We are going on a little expedition. This time riding 2 up on Kaito's motorbike. We're gonna get some beer.
Hokkaido と言ったら何ですか？バターです。そのプリンです。食べたことないし見たこともない。いただきます。まあ俺は普通のやつの方がいいかな。
We found this beer only found in Hokkaido, so we decided to give it a try today. We're gonna enjoy this beer while cleaning our motorbikes. That's the plan for tonight, guys. They are super dirty from the last couple of days. So yeah, we basically are gonna do that now. The mosquitoes are eating Kaito up. Not the mosquitoes, actually a kind of bug. I don't even know how it's called. Anyway, bye!
Bye!
Good morning, people. It's 6:30 in the morning and we are getting ready to leave this beautiful campsite. I honestly can't believe how well organized these campsites are in Japan. This is a free campsite. We've got drinking water, we've got toilets, we got a beautiful space to organize our tents. There's a river passing nearby, and most importantly, we have all these kind of boxes where we can throw away our trash. This is very, very rare. If you have come to Japan or you live in Japan, you know how hard it is to get rid of the waste, especially when you're traveling. You know, you don't have access to a fixed place where you can throw away your waste. They have for the food waste, they have, this is the burnable waste, combustible garbage. They also have for PET bottles, they have plastic, they have hygiene products. I mean, this is pretty amazing, and the fact that it is for free, it is even crazier, you know. This is how our bikes look today. My bike is not looking that cool because I'm drying all of our towels and our bathing suit because we went to the river yesterday. Well, it's time to leave. We woke about 30 minutes earlier than usual because they announced the rain from like kind of 9 in the morning in this area, so we wanted to get away from this area as soon as possible. But I really don't know. I really don't think it's gonna rain. It is pretty sunny right now. Ready? Today took us a bit longer than usual just to organize our stuff. The tent was so wet this morning. It didn't rain, but just the humidity of the place. There's a convenience store just like 5 minutes away from here, so I think that's where we're gonna have breakfast now. Kumard.
Cheers.
Cheers. This coffee is honestly super good. I don't even know if 7-Eleven or Lawson sells cafe latte. I hope they do because there's no Seiko Mart in Honshu. Okay. We are leaving the city of Furano, which is right in the middle of Hokkaido, and we're gonna be driving west of Hokkaido, kind of like to the southern peninsula of Hokkaido, because we don't have many days left here. It's kind of sad but exciting at the same time, you know, since there's still so much more to see in Honshu, but we have had a great time here. We're gonna be driving for about 200 something kilometers today. We're gonna be camping near a lake. I believe it's called Shikotsu, and apparently there is a free hot spring nearby. Japan, it's amazing with these free things around the country, free campsite, free hot springs. I mean, it's just unbelievable, honestly. By the way, this lake, Shikotsu Lake, is actually the lake with the purest water in Japan. This is the melon road. It's really called the melon road. Melons are very popular here in Furano. Melons and watermelons. Last time we visited this farm. It's called Tomita Farm, and where they have these huge lavender fields. And they also sell melon, you know, as souvenir. And they are actually super expensive. I was surprised to see that price tag. One melon for about 8,000 yen, guys. That's about $70 for a melon. I don't know if it's normal elsewhere, but that will be super expensive in Colombia. I just can't believe people pay so much for a melon, you know. This tunnel is so freaking dark and so cold as well. We met this crazy funny guy at the campsite we were staying at. One night we were just having some drinks by the fire, and we were talking about how sometimes it's hard to find a shower while traveling. And he told us this crazy story about not taking a shower for about 2 weeks. I don't even know how he survived 2 weeks without taking a shower. And he found this place where there's a hot spring for feet only. These kind of mini pools where you can soak your feet. So he decided to soak his whole body in this hot spring for feet. You know, the water is not even deep. Can you believe that? Kaito and I have done crazy stuff, but nothing beats the story of that guy. I'm really hoping to see at least one bear before leaving Hokkaido, but the clock is ticking. We only have a couple of days left here. We're doing a quick stop here. There's so many residues from the bugs that crush me while driving. Ew. It's the same on my pants and on my goggles.
今日はですね、雨予報なんで、雨が降る前に次の到着地に着きたいと頑張っております。今走ってる北海道の西側、西の南側っていうんですかはあんまり見るものがないんですよね。結構ツーリングをやってる人たちにも話を聞いてみたんですけれども、あんまりこっち側ってもうみんなすっ飛ばしていくらしいです。もう直接小樽のフェリー乗り場に行って、もう北海道を出てしまったり、または苫小牧の方に行って北海道を出てしまうっていうケースが多いらしいんですよ。見てください、スキー場ですよ。ただあれは中級者コースでしょうか。すごい山が低く見えます。スキーはね、僕は1回ぐらいしかやったことなくて、スノーボーは結構やってたんですけど、2年前ぐらいにオリと一緒にスノーボー行った時に、その時友達3人で行ってたんですけど、その友達にオリが突っ込まれて、スノボーで足首をオリが怪我して、そこからスノボーは行ってません。なのでオリはスノボー1回しかやったことありません。オリのバイクより古いバイクを今回の旅で1回も見てません。っていうのは嘘です。この前1台だけ見たんですよ、パリ高を。それが多分ね、オリのバイクより2年ぐらい古いバイクなんですよね。古いバイクを見るともう興奮しますね、僕は。見てください、これ一面全部トウモロコシ畑です。すごい規模のトウモロコシ、一つもなってないけどね。 時期じゃないの？トウモロコシってあったかいところで育つイメージがあるんですけど、北海道有名ですね。見てください、ずーっとですよこれ。うわ、こっちも全部。今日は風がやばいです。バイクがむちゃくちゃ揺れる。左にも右にももう左右にむちゃくちゃ揺れるんですよ。見てください、オリのあのバイクを後ろについてる海パンとかタオルとかがすごい動いてますよ。あれけど止まると全然風がないな走ると全方向から風が。わー、またですよ皆さん、いつも同じことを繰り返してます。ガソリンがやばいそして今山の中、まずいよ、マジでやばい。
There seem to be a couple of waterfalls around this area, so we're gonna try to explore a little bit and try to see them. Pretty cool, huh? I love it when we don't have a fixed itinerary plan and we just come across these beautiful places, just like the waterfall we stopped at a couple minutes ago. It's honestly a big surprise and I love that. My recommendation, leave always a little bit of space, a little bit of time for those unexpected things you might find along the way. Shoot, my tire, I just got a full flat tire all of a sudden. Oof, I don't know how I didn't fall there, but oh my god, that was freaking scary. Oof. Wait, I need to put it in neutral. Shoot, it's super heavy. Whoa, man. I cannot put it in neutral, boo. Shoot, what was that? Honey, I really thought I was gonna fall there. Slip completely to the side. I cannot put it in neutral. Shoot, what was that? Shoot. Wow, look at that. It's completely flat, you guys. I've never felt so scared. My heart is pumping. Oof. Completely flat, look at that. Shoot. My hands are shaking even. やばいね、本当に。怖かった。We're trying. This is a very heavy bike. Oi, oi. Let's get this bike out of the way. So heavy. Let's go. can't imagine if this happens and you're alone, like you got nobody to push you. Just over there. Just having. Oh. Should we put it on the central stand? Yeah, behind it. Oh, of course, there's no. We need to remove the bag. Oh man, I'm still shaking. I'm so glad there was no car coming on the other side because I just couldn't keep on the left side. It slipped twice. I don't even understand what happened. Shoot, man. Oh. There must be something huge, big thing that just went in because it went flat in just a second. I'm still shaking. Honestly. Oof. I'm still shaking. I'm so glad there was no car coming from the other side. I'm so glad we brought all of the tools, and we even brought spare tube for both of our bikes, because you think this never happens and then it happens. You know, there's even no reception here, so even if you want to call somebody for help, like, I mean, without reception, you don't do much. Still can't see any signs of a foreign object in my tire. There goes my black paint. It's over. Shoot.
Let's see the problem. Come here.
It's here. It's huge.
Where do you find it?
Mite.
Oi, no.
It's a huge hole. The question is, there must be something on the tire. We need to find it. Is that the only one? Wow, it's really big. Like you can even see it from afar.
Ah, found it.
Shoot! What is it? Like a metal scrap or something?
Bring the pinch.
Yeah, bite. Look from the inside. You can. Of course. But this, I'm glad I didn't fall off the bike and it didn't happen to someone else. I might have to.
No way. Show me on your hand.
Oh.
Really?
This thing. This thing. Of course, man. What is this anyway? Yeah, scrap metal or something.
Imagine if you ride at 70 km per hour and if it happens that, oof.
It's gone. Shoot. Got brand new tube, and we have this portable pump We bought it before coming to this trip, and it was thanks to Eddie from Colombia Moto Adventures who really recommended us to have something like this whenever we travel. So glad we bought it. Thanks, beautiful.
Oof, you are really, really lucky.
Yeah.
Super lucky. I'm really happy for that.
Kaito is trying to do as much as possible with his hands to avoid damaging the paint from my rim, but honestly, I'll have to paint it again once we get back to Yamaguchi. It could have been worse, honestly. It could have been worse.
Okay.
Wow. Oh la la, oh la la, oh la la. Well, nothing I can do for that now. We're having problems even inflating the tube. Somehow it won't go higher than 30 kPa. No idea why. It just won't go any higher. And it won't pop here. The tire won't pop. It is not working. We tested the machine before coming here at home and it worked perfectly. We don't know what's going on, but we decided Kaito is gonna go to the nearest gas station. Like this, we managed to attach the tire like this. It's about 15 minutes away from here. I'm gonna wait because my bike is completely in pieces right now. And yeah, that's the plan for now.
行ってくるね、ハニちゃん。OK。チャオ、ビーちゃん。なんて日ですか。もうなんといってもオリに事故がなくて本当に良かった。オリが転ばなくて本当に良かった。聞こえてきたんですよ。オリが「いや転ぶ転ぶ転ぶ」って言ったんですよ。その瞬間もううわ、自分は前にいてどうしようもないからどうしようどうしようどうしようって思って本当に焦った。本当にオリになんもなくてよかった。タイヤがちょっともしかしたら変形しちゃったかもしれないんですよね。どこだよガソスタ。あと5分だよ。すぐそこのはず。ただ空いてんのかな。あれか、これだ。オッケー、あったあった。ガソスタやってんのかこれ。やってるね多分。オッケーオッケー。すいません、ガソリン入れたいのとあと空気入れたいんですけど入れられます？
車のバルブと同じかな。
車と同じです。入らない？むちゃくちゃ最悪です。チューブに穴が開いてます。新しく入れたやつを僕が入れた時に噛んで穴開けたかもしれません。最悪です。それで機械が壊れてたわけじゃないんですね。だから空気が全然入んなかったんですわ。空気がずっと漏れてたんですよ。穴開けちゃって最悪です。ちょっと今からバイク屋さんに行ってチューブを買ってきます。場所が海側なんですよ。30分かけて今来てます。あと何分？あと13分で着きます。やばい。ゲットしてきました。よし、今から戻ります。
I can't believe the kindness of people. There was this very nice biker who stopped by and he brought me some Aquarius and also some specialty from Hokkaido. I guess he told me it was potatoes, so I'm gonna try these while I wait on Kaito. It's already 4:30 I'm really hungry.
大丈夫ですか？
あ、大丈夫です。
よかった。
そう、ありがとうございます。
この辺あんまり熊出るから。
そうですね。
早めに。
そう、今、音ちょうどガスステーションに行きましたので。The guy just told me to be careful because apparently there are lots of bears coming from this forest here. Guess I gotta keep an eye out. Anyway, I'm gonna try this while waiting on Kaito. So good. Why haven't I tried this before? I'm gonna keep some for Kaito too.
こっから降りんところまで、あと45分かかります。こっから。
Round 2. A guy stopped by and told me to be careful because there are lots of bears coming up from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no way. There was another hole here.
And a big one.
ちょっと待って。これここだったでしょ? Where was it? Here?
The tube is finally in. Now it's time to pump it up. It's actually drizzling. Hopefully still like this and it won't get any worse. Somehow that electrical pump is not working. So Kaito had to go again back to the gas station, which is about 50 minutes away from here, 30 minutes round trip. And I just have to wait here. Nothing we can do. It's already 4:20 and honestly I want to get out of these mountains as soon as possible because of the bears here and because we would like to arrive at the campsite before sunset as well.
妻を山に置いて。どこら辺の山？湖なんていうの？支笏湖。道路沿い？
道路沿い。
だけど支笏湖線だったら頻繁に。着いた。ほら、おりちゃん、ごめん、遅くなった。
Okay. Wow, we're finally leaving. What time is it? It's 7 p.m. guys. Oh, at least we have some light. Oh, I just waited there all afternoon long. Kaito did all the hard work. Kaito finally ended up taking the rear tire to a motorcycle shop nearby. When I say nearby, it was 40 minutes away from here. I was lucky because there were a couple of people that stopped by. There was this guy who brought me something to eat and something to drink. Really, thank you so much for that. And a couple other people stopped by to ask me if I was doing okay. There was this guy, Day-san, who stopped by and kept me company for about an hour or even longer. Thank you so much for doing that, really. Honestly, what an adventure. What a day, what a day. The nearest city here is called Chitose, and we wanted to find a hotel nearby, but I think a campsite is a better option since there is one just 20 minutes away from here. So we're gonna stay at that campsite tonight, and tomorrow we'll see what we're gonna do. It's so dark. This must be a very beautiful place. Can't wait to see this place in the morning. Made it. Oh, what a day, guys. So glad to be here now. Good morning, people. It's 6:40 in the morning, and unfortunately, we are ready to leave this campsite. I say unfortunately because this is a beautiful place. We got here yesterday at 7:30, almost 8 at night. It was already dark, so we didn't get to see the views we have here. Let me show you. We had our tent right here, right in front of this beautiful lake, and that is Mount Emiwa, something like that, I believe. There's a lot of other tents over there. There is a water station, and there are really clean toilets over there. This is not a free side. We paid 1,000 yen per person, which is not really bad. We were actually happy to find this place because yesterday, well, we had a pretty long day with my flat tire, and we were so happy to find this place just like 20 minutes away from the place that happened. You know, the hotels were pretty far away. So honestly, I believe we were lucky to find this place and such a beautiful place right next to this lake. This is how my rim is looking after yesterday's surgery. It's not pretty, but honestly, it could have been worse. You know, it could have been the whole bike if I had fallen, you know. I guess it's okay, I'll just have to paint it again. Time to leave this awesome campsite again. Last night there were a lot of deer right over here, and they get so interested whenever I use Apollo like that. Really, they look at me. They were just staring at me the whole time. It is so crazy. Okay, another super well organized campsite in Japan. There's even a little restaurant here, ramen, coffee. Pretty nice, honestly. Well, the plan for today is basically to drive along this lake. Yesterday we were planning on doing that, but since I got that flat tire, it was not possible to do it. I saw the lake a little bit last night, and it was absolutely stunning, so I'm really looking forward to driving along the coast of the lake for a little bit today. And then we're gonna go to another hot springs that we wanted to visit it yesterday, which is actually a free hot spring. Can you believe that? A free hot spring. From the pictures I saw online, it looks pretty well organized. So honestly, I really want to check that out. Japan has so many free campsite, free hot springs, and they are all really well maintained, well organized. So I really want to visit that place. Well, we gotta find convenience store or a place to have breakfast. And Kaito also is in need of some gas, because yesterday he ended up going many places, you know, like, and even he went to the gas stand, he went to the bike shop, he went back to my place, he went back to the bike shop. I mean, anyway, yeah, he drove for a long while yesterday. So he's in really need. He really needs gas right now. One of the guys who stopped yesterday to help me, the guy that brought me the potatoes, he told me something that stuck with me, and is that I really thank him for bringing me some food. And he said, well, you know, you're a biker, I'm a biker, we take care of each other. I think that's pretty cool, you know. I really love that. And I guess it's my turn now to pay it forward to somebody else, yeah, whenever I have the chance. It actually started raining, so we need to wear our rain gear. It's sunny on one side of the lake and rainy on the other. The weather changes so fast. We're just waiting on the side of the road for the rain to pass a little bit. Kaito is looking for a convenience store somewhere nearby, but
I'm checking the weather.
oh, okay. How is it?
It says that it doesn't rain here,
But it's raining.
so it's not correct.
It's always like that, guys. And there's no convenience store nearby, so I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for breakfast. We found a gas station, but it's too early and apparently it's not opening today. Well, I guess we just keep on going and try to find a different gas station. I'm just glad the weather was not like this yesterday. Imagine Kaito having to drive all that way in the rain and me waiting there in the rain. I waited from 1:30 p.m. until 7 p.m. That was the whole time I was there standing. That little parking lot was home for 6 hours. Wow. Need to clean my goggles to see. Wow, it's absolutely beautiful. The sun is coming out on that side of the mountain. It's really beautiful, even on a cloudy day. Wow. This lake is the one with the purest water in Japan, and it is also a caldera, guys. It has a depth of about 300 meters or even more in some areas. Yesterday, while I was waiting next to my bike, this guy Rei-san stopped by and we started talking, and I asked him until when he drives his motorbike before it starts getting too cold here in Hokkaido, and he said, well, if you really try to ride as long as you can, maybe November. But I mean, November should be freezing here. Even in Yamaguchi, it's already cold to drive a motorbike in November. So I want to know, guys, if you live in Hokkaido and you own a motorbike, I want to know since when you start riding your motorbike and until when. In Yamaguchi, we have driven our bikes in winter, but honestly, it's quite hard. It's too cold. The hands gets too cold. It's freezing and it's not really pleasant. We are heading towards Tomakomai. I think it's not really a large city, but it's the closest place to where we are, where we can find a gas station. We're planning on going across the mountains, but it's not possible right now with the gas left in Kaito's motorbike. It's sunny! I feel like I'm overdressed for this weather. It feels really hot right now. Humid mostly. Awesome! Wow, it's pretty hot. Can't wait to take this off. And we found a gas station that is open. Regular, 175 yen. That's pretty expensive. Maybe the most expensive we've seen so far. お願いします。ありがとうございます。
今日はむちゃくちゃな天気ですね。雨が降ったり急に晴れたり止んだり、バイカーを今日見ないのはそれが理由でしょうか。今、苫小牧の街中を走っています。今から海沿いを今度は走って、海沿いを西側に進んで地獄谷に行きますよ。皆さん知ってますか？地獄谷。北海道の温泉といえば登別です。その登別にまだ僕も見たことない 噴火口があるらしいんですよ。その噴火口がもうグツグツの中に立って、それが地獄のようだということで地獄谷という名前になってるらしいですが、それがすごいみたいので今から行きます。だいたいここから、1時間ぐらいって書いてますね、 Google マップ先生によると。ちらっと見えますね、海が左側に。これを渡ったら青森県ですよ、この反対側は。皆さんに一つ聞きたいことがあります。昨日タイヤチューブを交換して穴を開けました。2回もですよ。2回やって2回ともレバーでタイヤを噛んで、そのままタイヤはめたことによって穴が開いたわけですよ。もう素人ですね、まだまだ勉強不足です。そんなわけで、どなたかレバーのむちゃくちゃうまい使い方を教えてもらえませんか。3本レバーでやる方法。今回穴開いたの初めてなんですけど、2回やって2回とも穴開くっていうのはね、なんかテクニックがあればぜひ教えてください。コメントでお願いします。さっき雨が降ってたところから30分も走ってないのに、すごい天気が良くなってます。天気が良くなった代わりに海沿いだから風がやばいです。けどあっちの山は雲がすごいですね。北海道では岡本セルフっていうガソリンスタンドが一番安いらしいですよ。キャンピングカーに乗ってる人が教えてくれましたけど、さっきガソリン入れちゃったんで必要ありません。さあ、オリさんは今日はカッパ姿です。ホイールがちょっとボロボロになっちゃってます、僕のせいで。うわ、雲ちょっと危ないですね。やばいぜあれは。そのためにカッパを着てます。やばいねこれ巨大な超怖いクマが。クマ見つけたじゃんオリ。やっとクマを見ることができましたよ皆さん。道がまっすぐすぎて疲れます。成婚後でまだ今朝飲んでないコーヒー飲みます。
There was no coffee this morning at the convenience store. We really needed one.
OK。よいしょ。OK。目が覚めたので出発です。ほら、おりちゃん。ここが有名な熊牧場ですね、北海道で。世界一の、なんて書いてあるの？森別ってどういう意味？すみません、まだ日本語わかりません。世界一登別ね。失礼いたしました。この左側は昔の江戸時代の街並みを再現しているテーマパークなのか、そういった場所があるみたいです。今回はスキップ。ここら辺はホテルがすごいですね。さすが有名な登別温泉です。すごい。急に建物がいっぱい現れました。全部ホテルです。これはすごいな。そんなに有名なんですね。温泉の湯気が立ってます。いい感じです。地獄谷着きました。ここです。鬼がいる。
What you see behind, it's what people call here the Hells Valley. And the reason is thousands of years ago, when this volcano erupted, of course, gases started coming out. And after the eruption, these gases that you see in the background kept on coming out. And people living in the surrounding areas believe there were demons living here. So that's how they gave it the name, the Hell's Valley over here. So we're basically in the crater of the volcano. And I think the eruption took place about 10,000 years ago.
この無機質のこの岩肌と緑と、そしてこのお湯のこの蒸気、このセットが、この組み合わせが何とも美しいですね。素晴らしい。本当に綺麗です。
20 minutes walking and we arrive to this wonderful place. The smell of sulfur is very, very strong here, isn't it?
Yeah. Super strong.
Wow. Wow, this is just the place we saw from up there. Pretty cool. Really magical place. The smell is so strong. Oof. Wow, really, you can smell the sulfur. Wow, it is beautiful here. Woohoo! The guy we were talking with at the hot springs recommended us to drive along this coastline all the way down to the Cape TQ. And apparently it's a very beautiful area where there are very tall cliffs and the views are amazing from there, so that's where we're heading right now. Honestly, the wind today is really strong. My bike is going to the right, to the left. Yeah, it is honestly a bit scary. At least I'm happy it's not raining anymore. It's really sunny. But honestly, the weather has changed so many times today that I wouldn't be surprised if it started raining again. So I was walking. Ganbatte! Oh, there's someone going around Japan on foot. Good luck! Whoa! The first sighting of the cliff. Impressive. Wow. Wow. Oh, it's a pity we cannot go there. Really, we can go there. I was just really enjoying the view. We're getting closer to the cape, and as you can see, this is a very narrow road for two cars at the same time. I don't know how is that even possible. So far we're lucky we haven't encountered any other cars coming from the opposite direction. Whoa! A very industrial area. Yabai ne, ame futte kimashita! I need to stop. What was that? What was that? Wow! Just look at the place we have arrived. Absolutely beautiful. It's amazing what nature can do. Whoa. Why is it always so crowded? These places are way too popular. Okay, let's go check the view. Thanks, Boo. Kaito always helps me to get off the bike since it's too heavy and I need to use the central stand to park my bike. It's quite common to see dolphins swimming up here, but apparently we're not lucky enough to see them today. We're going to have lunch in this place. What did you order us?
塩ラーメン、醤油ラーメン、the noodle, Japanese noodle.
Thank you. ありがとうございま
ありがとうございます。いただきます。
す。醤油ラーメン and 塩ラーメン。
そして気持ちいい。こんぐらいがいい。いただきます。あ、これはうまいぞ。
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's good. It's really good.
OK! さあ、一番南まで来たので、今度はまた上に戻ります。キャンプ場に行きます。今から昨日とは違うキャンプ場に行きますよ。1時間半ぐらいかかるみたいなんで、ちょっと長旅ですがゆっくり行きましょう。 You see what? 北海道で食べるラーメンはうまいね。なぜか美味しい。どこも美味しい。そしてラーメン屋じゃないところで食べるラーメンがうまい。いやー、北海道に来るときにはぜひ皆さんラーメン屋じゃないところでラーメン食べてみてください。うおー、電車の駅、母恋駅、なんていうのこれ、すごい名前の駅ですね。うわ、目回りますねこれ。どんだけくるくるすんの。何橋か分かりませんが、この橋渡ります。でけえぜこの橋。風がやべえ。うわ、風が強すぎる。吹っ飛びそう。やっべえ、ちょっとバイパス無理。岡本セルフです。安いと北海道で安いと噂の岡本セルフ。ガソリン入れていきます。やっべえじゃん。今から行く方向の雲行きがやばすぎる。絶対に雨。左は晴れ。行く方面は絶対に雨。やべえ。なんか湯気が立ってますね、ここら辺。これは霧なのか、温泉ですね、多分。ここら辺は温泉街なんでしょうか。Attention in voiture。急にでかい温泉が出てきましたすごいね、こういうところあるよね、日本って。ドカンと急にホテルが出てくるっていう巨大な。川の色がすごい。温泉、川っていうか温泉。ケクパラアドワット。これを右に曲がるとキャンプ場なんですが、やばいな。ちょっと山の奥すぎるか。これは最近までこれ閉鎖してたんですよ。あ、ライダーいますね。あ、大丈夫だ。ほら、クマ出没注意って書いてありますよね。これ最近クマが出てダメになったんですよ。閉まったんですよ。で最近また開いたらしいですけど。 OK、着いた。やりましたね、オリ。
We just finished setting up our tent here, and right now we're going to a nearby hot spring, which is about 7 kilometers away from here. And can you guys believe it is for free? Like, I mean, they have a pretty well organized space and it is all for free. I'm really excited about checking that place.
Here we go.
We made it to the hot spring. This is the building. It looks a little bit old, but anyways, it's free. And it's closed. Hey, but I just saw a guy coming out of here.
Really?
Yeah, with the basket. Ah, yes. Okay, we found the entrance. It's right here. From 1 p.m. until 9 p.m.
いらっしゃいませ。どうぞ。
おお、it's quite heavy.
So basically, the only rule is that you write how many people comes in with you.
What time?
And the time we're using the... Okay.
混んでるわ。
あ、本当ですか。あ、それは楽しい。
ちょっと前だったら空いてたんだけど、今ほんと混み始めて。
あら。
女性の方が空いてるかな。いや、そうでもない。
結構いますね。
まあゆっくり入って。
ありがとうございます。
あら、どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
ゼロミ。
ありがとうございます。
そこにいたら暑いから。もう大丈夫ね。
ちょっとだけです。はい。
札幌から。
いえ、山口に住んでます。
一周するの？
そうです。
日本一周。
日本一周、そう。今から北海道からです。
あ、北海道から。
そうです。
始まるの？
そうです。
沖縄まで。交通事故は気をつけてね。
ありがとうございます。Everybody left, so I'm gonna show you around. This is where you put your clothes, and this is the bath. You got some showers over here, and then the hot spring. Wow.
これが無料なんてとんでもないですよ。これは家に絶対お風呂いらないです。最高です。北海道マジで最高。
この温泉最高でした。もうとんでもないぐらい気持ちいいです。目の前に実はでかい、むちゃくちゃでかい温泉が何軒かあるんですよ。温泉というかホテルがあるんですよ。そのホテルは多分高級ホテルなんですよ。すごいいっぱい人もいます。観光客がいっぱい行ってます。そこにはでかい大浴場もあると思います。ここはすごい小さいです。ただでここでは向こうでは得られないものがいっぱいあります。地元の人たちと出会えたり、旅人と出会えたり、やっぱりいいですよ。旅はやっぱり人なんですよ。本当にいい場所ですね。
Yeah, even I'm loving this experience, you know, talking with the locals, it's different. If you go to the hotel, well, it's a nice experience for sure. But coming here, just talking with the locals, which live just a couple minutes away from here, that is really, really awesome, and I'm loving that experience. And the fact that Japan has these places for free, it's really, really, really surprising. Yeah.
そんなところないですよ。
Yeah, we'll keep on discovering more places like these guys. Good morning, people. It's 7:20 in the morning and we're about to leave yet another beautiful campsite. This place was actually closed for a couple of weeks because there was a bear that was seen here, right here. So we were lucky that it was open, but still there are signs everywhere to be aware of bears and not to leave food out here because that attracts many wild animals. This place is also a free campsite. We got toilets over there and we got a water station. Apparently the toilets are really, really dirty. I didn't go in. Everybody says it's better just to go in the bushes, and that's exactly what I did. It is really rare because usually toilets in Japan are super clean, even in free campsites. But anyway, today is actually our last day of touring in Hokkaido. It is a bittersweet moment because we have loved our time here, but it's time to keep going, guys. Time to go. We met a couple of guys yesterday from the camping cars. These people, They were super nice. We talked for a very long time yesterday with them. And they're traveling all over Japan. That's very, very cool. Okay. ありがとうございます。お楽しんでください。またね。They're waving goodbye. Such a nice couple. They were from Osaka. Wow, it seems to be sunny day. We need a sunny day after that rain from yesterday, the clouds. I just can't believe this is our last day of riding our motorbikes in Hokkaido. I'm sad and happy at the same time. I have loved riding in Hokkaido. The nature is beautiful, really beautiful here. But I'm also excited to go to new places in Honshu. So yeah, today is not really our last day in Hokkaido because we're gonna be spending a couple of days at the campsite. We're gonna be arriving later on today just to catch up with some work. We are gonna be driving for a little bit less than 200 kilometers today. It's not that much. We're gonna be going to the southern peninsula of Hokkaido. I really had to clean this bike a little bit. It was way too dirty because of the rain yesterday. And while cleaning, I actually found the bolts here that hold the exhausts were pretty loose. So Kaito is tightening it up for me right now. Every once in a while we check all of the screws off my bike. Whenever I clean the bike as well, I double check every screw, and every time we find at least one that is loosened. Yesterday when we were driving up to the campsite, I really thought that the water was murky because of the rainfall. But it turns out it's actually because it's mixed with hot spring water. Crazy, right? I think it's the first time I've seen something like that, like a river. Beautiful. One of the things I love about traveling to these rural places is that you can find sometimes these little shops on the side of the road, and you find some local vegetables or seasonal fruits, and there's no one there to sell them to you. So it's just a trust system. You basically leave the money there in a small box and you take whatever you want. That's pretty cool. Whoa! Beautiful lake. There are so many lakes on the west side of Hokkaido, and the most interesting thing about them is that most of them are actually calderas. So they used to be volcanoes that erupted maybe thousands of years ago, and now they are very deep lakes. I think it's the case with this one as well. This is the Toya Lake. Such a beautiful day to ride next to this lake. What happened here? Ooh. Can we go? Oh, we need to stop. Looks like a landslide here. Look at all those bags with pet bottles and cans. Man, that's a lot. I mean, when you see it like that, you really think twice before buying a plastic bottle, you know, a plastic water bottle. We've been waiting here for a couple minutes already, and there has been a lot of trucks passing by, and I'm receiving all the dust. And I just cleaned my motorbike. I feel like it's already dirty. ああ、もう暑い、本当に。本州はどうなるかな。OK、もう焼き鳥になりますよ、ここ。本当に、焼き鳥。big hotels just in front of the lake, and they all have hot springs. There are so many hot springs here in Hokkaido. I mean, well, there are volcanoes everywhere, so no matter where you go, there will always be a hot spring. Most of the time, whenever we have the choice between seaside route or the mountain route, we always choose the seaside. It was the case today, but somehow we couldn't even see the sea. We were the whole time in between the mountains. I keep on wondering where the sea is. Ah, there it is! The Pacific Ocean! These beaches along the coast of Hokkaido are usually very long beaches, but most of the time it is prohibited for tourists to go inside and swim in these areas. One of the things I've enjoyed the most about riding here, definitely not that. One of the things I've enjoyed the most about riding in Hokkaido is the fact that you can ride for kilometers and kilometers before finding any stoplights. And I think it's gonna be something to get used to whenever we go back to Honshu, and we'll have to go across big towns. We'll have to stop almost at every corner. We are now going towards Hakodate, the south of Hokkaido. Oh, it's really hot today. Hakodate to the left. Bikers here are riding without any jacket. That's how hot it is. Hakodate, 102 kilometers. We've been on this road for over 30 minutes now, and the whole time it's been like this, straight. The wind is really crazy here. Whenever we have a truck passing by, it just pushes me to the side. My God. Woo! Yeah, fine. Wow, the first stop in over 30 minutes of being in this straight road. Woo. The temperature really does change a lot. Just a couple of nights ago, I was sleeping with my jacket on, and now, let's see if I can breathe a little bit. And now it's like, it's really hot at night. Even when we let kind of the window open in the tent, we have some cool air coming in, so it's still okay. But I wonder, what's that? Kaito got something in his goggles. Look at that butterfly there. Oh my God, look at this little buddy. It was trapped there. Wait. Goggles. I managed to put in my goggles somehow. The amount of wildlife that we have killed while driving our motorbikes, it's unbelievable. The number of butterflies, flies, bugs in general that have crashed against us while driving is just uncountable. It's time for a little break. Need to stretch my legs. Oh. Oh. Feels great. Oh. Okay. We found an Italian restaurant about 6 minutes away from here, and it's already 12:21, so we're gonna be stopping there for lunch before heading to the campsite. It's so hot that it's the first time I open my jacket like this just to let the air in. Okay, piatto. And having a tomato sauce pasta with mozzarella and eggplants, and Kaito's having
Cabbage and anchovy.
OK、ご飯も久しぶりにレストランっていう感じのところで食べましたね。ガソリンが危ないんで目の前にあるガソリン入れます。ここら辺はガソリンが今までいたところに比べてかなり安いです。ここみんなすごいスピード出すんで、反対側行くのがなかなかのレベルですよ、これは。うわ、行きましょう。意外とスムーズに行けるじゃない。オイル効果680円。安っ。安いぜ、レギュラー。細かいですね、オリさん。 OK です。はい、ありがとうございました。 OK、 空気圧も見て、ちょっとこのクワドロックっていうブランドのこのスマホホルダーを使ってるんですけれども、これが外れそうだになってたんで、緩んでたんで、やっぱりこれだけ走ると緩みますね。工具を借りて直しました。これちなみにおすすめですよ、クワドロック。すごいいいです。止まってると暑い。夏です。北海道も夏は暑いっていうか、南が暑い。さあ、パスタの次は皆さん分かりますよね。デザートです。最近ハマってるデザートがありまして、そのデザートを食べに行こうかなと思います。海入りてー。こんなに海が近いのにこの暑さの中入れないっていうのは辛いです。北海道最後のライディングの日になって、このもう雲一つないですよ。雲一つなく海がとても綺麗に見えます。真っ青です。そして向こうにはかすかにでかい山が見えます。わーお。来ました。僕たちが最近ハマってるデザートが売ってる場所に、セイコーマートって言うんですよ。 もう毎日来てます。これですよ、このデザート、北海道チョコレートクッキーバー。これがむちゃくちゃうまいんです。毎日食べてます。うめえ。さあ今からキャンプ場に向かいます。あと1時間ぐらいで着くはず。おーおーおーおー、あの山がかなり近く見えました。雪？ちょっと白いですね。すごい変わった形の山ですね。見たことない形。あの真ん中のところが噴火したんでしょうか。面白い形。バウバウバウピープー This is the song for the broken hearted. Bow bow bow. おー、わお。ここら辺は街灯もないから夜はかなり動物が出そう。右が湖です。あとちょっとで着きます。この湖の今回は湖畔で泊まります。最高でしょう。最高のロケーションですよ。あ、これですね。駐車場はこれか？右側か。着きました。おー、いい感じじゃない。オーケー。ヒグマの目撃情報がある。
This is a warning from the past to make sure you're learning from mistakes that you did last. Send me a letter when you're done evaluating what your short life has become.
We are all set up in this new campsite. We have our tent over here, and right in front of us, the most amazing view.
Don't try to cover up your wings in light of what you see so far.
We just found another free gym to exercise. Can you guys believe that? We're in this small town of Nanae, and they have this gym for the people who live here, for tourists, for everybody who wants to come to exercise. That is pretty amazing. These places have changing rooms, and they also have free showers. They have a couple of sinks here, and the free shower is over here. Something very basic, but it is amazing that it's for free. And they have hot water. Amazing. This is where they have the training room. Michael is getting ready to exercise. They have a couple of machines over here, and some cardio machines over here. I still can't believe that Japan has so many of these places for free. Good morning, people. I actually didn't want to finish this video before showing you around this beautiful campsite. We're gonna be spending here a couple days before going down to Aomori. So let me show you around. We've got our tent set up here. We're actually drying some clothes right now, and we got it just in front of this beautiful lake. Look at that. There are actually a lot of wildlife around this campsite. We got a lot of birds coming to visit us every morning. They're actually quite noisy, and there are a lot of foxes on this road right over here, like so many of them. This campsite is actually free. There is a big parking space. There are 2 water stations with a cooking area, and there are very clean bathrooms as well. This is one of the water stations over here, and the building you see over there is actually the toilets. I'm gonna show you inside the bathrooms. We got the women's bathroom over here and the men's bathroom on this side. We've got a couple of Japanese style toilets, and there is one Western style toilet. They're all very clean. This is actually one of our 3 top campsites in Hokkaido, and it's actually the last campsite we're gonna be sleeping at in Hokkaido before going down to Aomori.
Oh.
Yes, a bittersweet moment.
If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe down below.
See you in the next adventure.
Bye.
Bye.